Greece, Greek islands, the sea, the beaches, the sun, and the donkeys. The donkey is so embedded in the Greek culture that you will see it smiling in postcards, t-shirts, fridge magnets, and all sorts of made-in-China items sold in Greek tourist shops. They're featured even in statues and a beer. If you visit Greece this summer, instead of buying a donkey t-shirt and going on a donkey ride to top off your Greek experience, how about visiting some non-working donkeys, which you can't ride, and donate the money you'll save from not buying that t-shirt to a charity or buy merchandise that helps the animals? So here are 5 amazing places you can visit if you want to spend time with some rescued and happy donkeys in Greece. Number 1, if you are spending time in Athens, the capital, check Gaidurochora or Donkey's Land. It's home to some of the happiest, most social and funny donkeys of the country. Built by an amazing couple with true love for the species, Gaidurochora is reintroducing the donkey to the modern world. Gaidurochora offers educational programs. You can learn about the donkeys, interact with them, and you can also find them in Airbnb experience, where they offer donkey trekking, during which you walk with the donkey, you do not ride it. There's a small entrance fee and you've got some cool merchandise. Number 2, again in the outskirts of the capital, Athens, you can spend a few hours at ESPI, the Equine Protection Society. It is a shelter for rescued horses, donkeys, mules, and ponies from all over the country. It was founded by volunteers and they depend on donations alone. The animals here have been rescued from abuse and neglect, but you can still interact with some of them. Let the volunteers show you around, sit down and enjoy the silence, and don't forget to make a donation on your way out. There's a piggy bank in the front room. Number 3, at only 1 hour from the port of Piraeus in Athens is the island of Aegina. In a clearing in the pine forest is Ruffa Farm, a farm sanctuary home to about 10 different species, counting the humans too, including some adorable rescue donkeys. Let the volunteers show you around, have a chat with Alexia and Jejo, the main Vruvians, and get the experience of how nearly all domesticated animals can live in harmony with each other and with the species that domesticated them. Number 4, if you find yourself vacationing in the island of Crete, which is very probable, pay a visit to Agia Marina Donkey Rescue. At less than an hour from the biggest city, Iraklio, and only 10 minutes from the old hippie community of Matala, you will find some of the happiest, sweetest, and most curious and playful donkeys ever. You can mingle with them, interact, and let them play with your hair, your camera, your clothes. As Barbara and her husband tell you the rescue stories of each donkey, most of which are very sad, the contrast between their horrible past and their life now is an eye-opener. I promise that once you're in their company, you'll never want to leave. And number 5, I knew you wanted me to get you there, Santorini. If you are planning a vacation on the island, you're probably familiar, or will be, or should be, with the huge campaigns against the tourist donkey rides to and from the old port. What you may not know is that Santorini has one of the most impressive shelters of the country, run by Christina, an amazing woman who takes in all retired or abandoned equines, including dogs, pigs, goats, and recently a sheep. Christina might cry when she talks about the donkeys and the mules of Santorini. She's seen firsthand the abuse they suffer, and her shelter is always open to new rescues that will have a place to retire with dignity. So there you go, now you know. What you may not know is that the beautiful islands that we love visiting were and still are being built on the back of donkeys and mules. Donkeys are still being used to collect trash, carry furniture and building material, and during the touristic season they also carry tourists, mainly for the pleasure of the Greek experience. Instead of trusting your experience on a travel agent or a local muleteer, this time take the time to learn what happens behind the scenes, what is the truth about the reality and the welfare of these animals. Trust your Greek experience on a rescuer, and I promise that you will not regret it. Hello, I am Valia. If you like the videos, please subscribe, and if you can, join me on Patreon and help create more compassionate people. Para la versión del canal en castellano, busquen el enlace abajo.